Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing good. So today I'm going to show you top Laravel commands and what's the purpose of that command. So let's get started with today's video. So firstly I'm going to show you artisan command. So first one you can see PHP artisan serve. So this will start the built-in PHP development server. So using this you can access, it will call local host or port. So whichever port you have defined, it will start on that port. So now next is PHP artisan make model name. So this will create a model for you. So models are used to get the data from database. So now next is PHP artisan make controller name. So this will create a new controller. Here you will write your logic, and to load views you can call functions. So now next is PHP artisan make resource name. So this generates a resource controller and also create API resource from transforming models. So resource basically is a single model that needs to transform into a JSON structure. So now next is how you can create a policy. So for that you can write command PHP artisan make policy name. So policy is a very convenient way to authorize user actions on resources. So it helps like centralize authorization logic and make it easy to access control rules. So now next is notification. So PHP artisan make notification name. So it basically creates a new notification class. So this is helpful to when you are sending mail, SMS or Slack. So now next is PHP artisan make event name. So it creates an event class for event programming. So events are basically a simple observer in Laravel. So let's say if you want to send any notification each time to a user that order has been shipped, then you can use events. So now last command in artisan command is PHP artisan tinker. So this opens an interactive cell to interact with your application. So using this you can create the object of a class, you can insert the data to our database. So all those things you can do. Basically this is a command line interface for Laravel. So now next we are going to see is migration and database commands. So migration, first let's see how to create a new database migration. So for that you can use command PHP artisan made migration and after that table name. So now next is to how to create a seeder class. So that command is PHP artisan db seed. So this will create a basically seeder class. So this helps in migrating data to your database. So next is PHP artisan migrate. So this will run the outstanding migrations which all you are having in your project. So basically migration here means is creating tables into your database, and seeder is to seed database like some dummy data. So next command is PHP artisan migrate rollback. So let's say if anything went wrong in your migration, so that you can use this rollback command, and the last migration that you did, that will be rollback. So now next is migrate fresh. So this will drop all the tables and it will rerun all the migration from starting. So next is migrate status. So this will just show you the status of each migration if you want to see status how it goes. So now next is migration with option seed. So this will run the migration and also seed the database whichever you have seeder in your project. So moving further, we will see make command. So first one you can see make request name. So this will generate a new form request. So here you can validate your add rules to your form inputs, and you can make authorization that person is authorized or not to edit the form or delete or anything like whichever required. After that, make middleware name. So this will create a middleware. So this is also used to add a layer of security to your project. So middleware you can also use if any particular like route you want to go through middleware, so that also you can add. So now next is make listener name. So this will create a new event listener. So let's say if you are sending an email and you have done event, so that event will be listened by a listener. So let's quickly move to next queue and job commands. So next queue work, it will start basically processing jobs whichever present on the queue. So now queue table, so it will create a migration for the jobs table. So next is queue failed. So this will list all the failed queue jobs. And next is queue retry with ID. So whichever you want to retry a job, so with ID it will again rerun that in queue. So now let's see some scheduling commands. So here you can see schedule work. So this will continuously basically process schedule task in the background. So this is like a cron job that you set it once and it will automatically run on the desired time that you have set. So now last is schedule run. So this will run all the scheduled tasks defined in your application. Now let's see some debugging commands in Laravel. So next is PHP artisan down. So you can put the application into maintenance mode using this, and PHP artisan up to make it again live. So next is debug bar. So using this you can open the debugging bar into your application for inspecting. So now next is optimize. So this will optimize the performance of your application by like caching various configurations. So this will basically compile files which are commonly classes used. So it will cache basically them. So next is PHP artisan tinker command. So this will open an interactive cell to interact with your application. So using this you can also add into database, you can update into entries into database. So next is PHP artisan storage link. So it creates a symbolic link from the public storage directory to the storage app public directory. So now let's say image you have kept, so you can access in public directly using that symbolic link. So now furthermore, let's see some cache and configuration command. So PHP artisan config cache. So this will create a cache file for faster configuration loading. So next is cache clear. So this will clear the application cache, as sometimes when you have done any new installation or anything, it's better to clear the cache so you can run this command. So next is PHP artisan root cache. So this will cache the root list of your like complete project for faster loading. So next is root list. So it will display all the roots that are present in your application. Now let's see some last commands. So here you can see environment and key commands. So let's write PHP artisan key generate. So this one generates a new application key for your project. So if you have any requirement to generate any key, so you can use this command. So next is PHP artisan env. So this displays the current environment which you are on. So it's a development or production environment. So now last command is version control command. So this is PHP artisan app clear compile. So let's say if you have any compiled files, then it will clear all those compiled files, and it's useful after making like significant changes to your application. Let's say if any version update is there or like that, then you can basically remove old compiled files and you can generate new compiled files. So that's all in this video. I've shown you Laravel top command. So this is what I want to create it like a cheat code so that you can go through once and just have a quick overview of all the commands. So I hope you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching.